may not have actually originated there, but that's how it came in as a meteor.
Okay, by the way, we're live now, everybody.
Okay.
So, what do you say? You want to go to Port Tole using the portals?
We'd have a couple days to prepare.
Yeah, at
But,
least 8 days advance.
But
And
we could
we
possibly
also,
go ahead.
oh, sorry, I was just going to say we also have to deal with a few things here first because we had a friend who was killed, and we'll tell him all about White Plume Mountain. Two of our friends have fallen, and one of them we believe was taken from the astral plane with the fabled sword Black Razor.
Okay, sorry, Jim. I was writing some stuff down there, Tenley. Could you say that again? Pardon me. It caught me in the middle of a...
Just a moment.
I was kind of focused there, and all of a sudden it came up. Whoa.
We were telling Drizzt that we'll have to take some time because, we're just coming back from White Plume. And, we'll tell him about how two of our friends have fallen, and one of them was stolen from us when we put her body into the astral plane along with Black Razor.
So you fill him in, you bring him up to date kind of quickly.
I tell him everything.
Okay, so he tells you everything. He's been on a great journey as well, and he looks at, he's like just dripping and torn and limping, scratched. Guinevere looks exhausted as well, and he tells you about how he had journeyed, followed these drow back. Remember, he said, "I'm going to follow them way back," and that was a couple months ago. He made a journey, traveled there. He got into some scraps, he said, with some giant kind, and there were too many of them. And he said that he scouted out a couple locations he knows a couple nests, he calls them, a particular, and he says he's not sure, but he says pretty sure one of these are working with or for or cahoots with the drow. And the drow are using these giants as a base to wreak havoc. And welcome, Scott. And then he says, I went there. I spent about 3 weeks or more than that, probably a couple months. He left about 4 months ago, right? 5 months ago. So he spent some time, and then he made his way back, and then got caught up as soon as he got here. He found out you guys were up north, and all of a sudden these two orphans disappeared, and he was like, "Oh, I'll go find them." And was led on this merry chase over the mountains, and then came back. And that's his tale, as filled in her previously. And then you fill him in, so everybody's kind of on the up and up. So he says, okay. So he says, I will probably travel, like Drizzt says, I must probably travel back, and I will try to scout out more and see what is happening. And I will try come back here in a month's time. Is there anything I should know or do before then? He goes, don't wait too long, though. I'll be waiting for you when you get there. And hopefully, maybe I'll have found the entrance. And also, oh yeah, fuck, that's Boudica. Okay, forget it.
Indeed, but he knows specifically that Boudica's been taken, right?
Yeah. And what do you know about your father, Leto? How much have I filled you in?
Pretty much nothing.
Yeah, but you know who he is, like besides Titus, right?
Yeah, he was with us for the first 4 years of my life.
Yeah. Okay, so I meant about, you know somewhat about Boudica telling you about circumstances in the Underdark, right? And potential, and that's how that all got connected.
Yeah, he was kept as a sort of slave, and I figure that he was used in some sort of breeding that the Drow wanted to do, similar to the Bene Gesserit, how it was like they needed to breed a certain type of person, and that's what Boudica was.
Yes. So, you nailed it. You got excited, though, because, first of all, you gained a sister, and you got the hope that, well, tragic hope that your dad was somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Know that he's a prisoner for the drow, which could easily lead to death.
Plus, you also know these drow are caught up in this barrier breach.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing a role. And one of your options, well, the main focus now is that eventually we're going to be heading to that region. Things have changed now, the focus.
Especially that's probably how the giants are involved. Like that might be the entrances. We have to find this giant nest or whatever lair.
Yeah. And that's the only way you know of to find, excuse me, where they're coming from. And stop, because now that you found out that the breach is coming from the Underdark, your choices now are to go down the rift, which, as they say, is super dangerous and who knows, it's unknown, mysterious, or follow the drow into the back door, so to speak. And two birds, one stone, investigate your father and your sister's fate.
Mm-hmm. Because I imagine she was probably taken by Loth or, some follower of Loth. And that's how she's probably down there waiting for us, also prisoner.
Well, she is important, yes. And so if you look at the map, the Grand Duchy of Geoff is over here. And they claim that the city of Gorna, I think it might be Gorna, is covered by this strange force, mysterious, and they put out a call for help. Like the powers that be have issued out of it, just hasn't really reached up this far. It's more down in that area. So I'll let you guys stew on that for a minute. I have to do just a couple things. There's a lot of information there. The kind of options are a bit open right now. We have to send out, perhaps either cut them off at Fort Portoli, which things could happen there. The book is still always an issue. The ring is an issue. What else did I have here? So there's a lot of stuff coming together here. And there's the looming Underdark excursion, in which you guys sense you're going to have to put together a strong team. And it's going to be tricky. Now, this also opens the potential here, Leto, to your ability to astral travel, which will mean immense things potentially as well.
Yeah.
BRB.
Actually, this could work out very, very well, Lito. If we go back to Portoli, Portoli is part of the Sea Princes, but I think one of the slave lord masters is a master monk. I might be able to find him in town.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's a huge city. Be able to find quite a bit there.
I think I might be able to find one of the a master level monk from the Scarlet Brotherhood there.
Yeah, exactly. Get you to the next level.
Well, I'm already there. I've leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
But to keep it, I've got to go pretty straight to it. And if we're going to Port Toli anyway, I think that would be my best bet is to dig up a Scarlet Brotherhood master there. And I know of one particular turtle clan that could use a little bit of a nail trimming.
The Turtle Clan, you say, like, you could. Aren't those kind of some of the good guys down there?
No, the Turtle Clan was that guy in our very early adventures that turned on us in the moat house.
Oh, really?
He had a Turtle Clan tattoo under his arm.
Oh, so does Dryden, the jeweler in town, like Hommlet.
Might be a different turtle. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, there I'm back.
Yeah, so Dryden, I believe, was part of like a thieves guild in Port Tolly, and their symbol was the turtle. And yeah, he was the one who was telling us about how they were wiped out. I wonder if that turtle clan, because you met Dryden as well, you would have known.
Yes.
Dean was just saying, Darren, that there's a evil turtle clan down in Port Tolly as well. I just want to make sure they're not the same one.
That's a monk clan, not a thieves guild.
That's right. No, it's not the same.
Okay. Good. I just wanted to make sure. It's like, oh no, you're
No,
gonna
because
fight about
you meant
Dryden.
Harrison, or
Dryden.
did I say his was a turtle?
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that's a bit awkward. Sorry, Zhang.
Yeah, but we got the turtle tattoo off of the monk from the Moat House adventure, the guy that turned on us and tried to wipe us out after we were injured.
Yeah, and it seems either Dryden was a member or is a member of the same.
But he's running from them now. He's no longer.
He is. Well, he claims he is. Yeah, and he seems genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely helped us out quite a bit.
He's helped you out a lot, and he seems genuine. They can be crafty, so it does kind of make you think, but you have to trust as well, I guess. And you haven't detected evil on him.
Yeah.
It's hard to shield against that. Detect evil spells and stuff are hard to deflect. Very hard. Okay, so there's a situation. It's pretty complex. I hope, does everyone kind of have a grasp now? Carly, I'm glad you've listened in and stuff, because you now know what I've been telling you about your background. If you followed that a little bit, there's parts you probably won't understand at all, but the part that's you are no, but the other guys will have to tune out for a minute. Or actually, I could type this into Carly.
Okay.
That'll work, actually. Well, Carly, we'll go back in time briefly to where your first encounter. Remember? In the study? And there it is in front of you. I'll have to put it on your onus. You can type in there what you want to do. But you see it's in trouble. And don't say anything. Type it into the chat. I opened in the Facebook would probably be best, because
Peter talks to his computer. He prefers it to typing.
Now you're coming through, Scott.
Is that a riddle?
I was going through a setup phase. It gave me a sentence to read.
Nice. That's awesome.
I know the riveting story of Peter and his sentence. There you go. That's crazy. All right. I'm in business.
Indeed. Not sure how much you've heard, Scott, but we just returned to the keep and got some news from Drizzt. Yeah, we got to head to Port Tolly to head off. The thing that hatched from the egg took a couple children that were hanging out at the keep. And in the Grand Duchy of Jeff, the city of Gorna has been enveloped by this dome that Drizzt saw and he was telling us about, which is near the giant country. And apparently we got to go to the giants area where there's different sorts of giant homes / nests. And we believe that in one of those is the back door entrance into the Underdark.
An insect creature. Is that what you said?
Oh no, we don't know what kind of creature it is that hatched from the egg. It appears humanoid actually, alongside the feet of the children, and you can do this crazy like we don't know if it's a dimension door teleport thing, but on the Roll20 map there they can travel 3 hexes in a day.
Wow, those are like 30 leagues or something like that, each one. That's a long way.
Yeah, they travel hard for the day, and then once a day they use a magic jump or something, and they go a long distance. It takes Drizzt 10 hours to cover it to refine their tracks. So that's a long distance. So
Were the kids? Do we know which kids they took?
Yeah,
I
it
think
was one Duergar orphan, and then one of the new character that Carly's playing, who was from Port Louis. He was running from the acolyte of Bleep Blotta Bloop that we let survive, and
Mhm.
kind of chased her into here, and then like Shiana and Harrison and some other people found her in the attic, having come through one of the portals.
And and just so happened this egg hatched. This critter took these kids, and she used her clairvoyance powers to locate them here in the Grand Duchy of Jeff. Is that what it is?
No, they're nowhere near the Grand Duchy of Jeff. They are far to this. Right now, they're somewhere in the Principality of Ulek, and yeah, they're just heading down the coast towards Port Tolly. The thing with Gorna is unrelated. That was just when Drizzt had taken off after the siege of Hommlet.
Hmm.
He had chased after the Drow and found that they were in that sort of area in the giant region, and that was where they were getting in and out of the Underdark. But he also saw that, yeah, the people of Gorna are in trouble, and they've called out for aid. And on his way back, we were still in White Plume when he found out about the kids taking off. So then he was tracking them south for a while, and then he's just come back. He was traveling for like 5 days getting back here straight.
Well, I don't know if it's just a coincidence that the we recovered the sword, but the veil of the mage is where Blackthorn said he would be found after which is in the duchy, the Grand Duchy.
Yeah, just north.
That is where he said he could be found.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's going back to June when we were he first got introduced to us. But interesting that sword showed up back in our life, and then we find out in some way, shape, or form that that maybe there's another nexus of our adventure in the Grand Duchy, right
Yeah.
next to Vale of the Mage.
Yeah, exactly. So was he a good guy when you guys knew him? Because I was never part of that adventure.
It was brief. He was pretty out of it, wasn't he, Jane?
He was pretty bedraggled. He looked like he'd been running for 2 or 3 days straight.
I don't think he came across as sinister, other than just he was, kind of goth dressed, kind of dark and a little bit mysterious, but he wasn't threatening to us.
Yeah,
But he was
we
being
never had a
pursued.
long enough. Yeah, we never had a long enough conversation with him to determine if he was helpful or hindering. Just the fact that he was continually running and he was being tracked, and then he got attacked, and then he left again because they'd found him.
Mm-hmm.
It was all in probably maybe half an hour, 40 minutes in the middle of the night.
He had his sword at that point, though.
Yeah,
So
he sounds like he is of a similar alignment with the sword, where the sword wasn't necessarily evil. It just demanded souls and fighting. It was just like a powerful, chaotic, though it might not be inherently good or evil, which I wonder if it'd be worth it if we end up going over there at a certain point to stop at the Valley of the Mage, try to find Blackthorn and tell him about his sword, see if maybe he knows a bit more as well. I figure that when we are trying to figure out where this giant nest is and everything and how to get into the Underdark, it might be worthwhile. He might have some ideas to how it could have happened, right? How the sword could have called out into the astral plane and gotten someone to come steal it and everything. Maybe it was him himself. Who knows?
well, the sword probably doesn't like being ownerless
Yeah.
because it thirsts, and it's hard for it to fulfill its own needs, assuming it has needs.
Oh, it does. If it's
Yeah.
anything like Wave, it's got its own agenda.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah. So I agree. We maybe if we do head that direction with the group, it might be worth at least finding out if there's a hook in this adventure that requires us to go to the Valley of the Mage.
Yeah, because the most pressing one, we believe the children will arrive at Port Toli in 8 days' time. So, of course, a little before then, we should go there and set up around outside the city so that we can try to catch them as they're coming in. But if they're smart, they'll just teleport somewhere in the city, I guess. We'll have to do some research on it as well as get ready. And then we can
yeah,
go to Port Toli and maybe perhaps spend a day buying new equipment or anything else we need, because we did get a decent chunk of change each from the adventure, a total of, I think it was like 21,483 or something. I
over
can't remember.
various play sessions. Yeah,
Yeah, oh, just from the White Plume.
yeah. Darren, one other thing, if we're going to Port Toli, while you were off on one of your breaks, was we talked previously about finding another monk, master level monk to fight for the 8th level there. Is one of the slave lords or the Scarlet Brotherhood masters? Would I be able to track one of them down in Port Toli?
Possibly.
I'm thinking either one of the slave lords master monks or another one of the Turtle Clan master monks from the Scarlet Brotherhood there. I should be able to find one possibly while we're down there. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone on that trip.
That's a big bird. Definitely big bird.
We got a hungry bird over here.
That's a whole, yeah.
We are the Bird Watchers Society.
Doing it alone, I would be probably suicidal. Just warn you.
Oh, no, I know, but the battle between him and me has to be so personal. But that doesn't mean I can't go without help to protect me afterwards.
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, it could be done at the same time. That's a good idea, and it's already something I've been thinking about. Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of campaign hook you want to throw onto that, but I was while you were gone, I was talking to Lido about it. That I'm pretty sure
No,
there's a master level
trust me,
monk
Dean.
there.
I've been working on it quite a bit. You're good to go. I have it all planned.
Okay. I'm just
Somewhat.
thinking. That's a good place to drop that in, because I'm ready to go on that. I've got to find that sometime in the next short bit.
Loud and clear.
Okay.
We also
Just-
need. Oh, sorry, Dean. Go on.
I was just going to tie that up by saying that's something I've got to personally take care of in the next few days to a week or so
Yeah.
to make it tied up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You bet. I've been on that, and you're prescient because actually no, it depends. No, it's most likely going to happen. Yeah, actually.
Okay.
So just a little birthday present to you or Christmas present.
We can do that another night or whatever when you want to set that up. But yeah,
Well,
we could.
it depends what we get done because it might start tonight.
Okay.
I'm giving you guys these 8 days, sort of. 'Cause that's the minimum before you have to go out and either, if that's your plan, to head them off, use the portal,
Yeah.
cut them
'Cause we're
off. Then
not really
that's
going to be able to overcome them.
yeah. You don't have a lot of other options. You could chase them, but they seem to be able to outpace you, and they're so far ahead of you now.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
Our
already
chances
halfway
of
there.
catching.
Oh
Our
yeah.
chances of catching are not going to be great. We're better off to go to the other side, maybe meet them a day out,
Yeah,
and try and catch them before they get close enough to the city to teleport in.
that was the big thing, was try to figure out exactly which distances they could cover, and then perhaps try to calculate, okay, in a day's time they're going to be here or here or here, kind of narrow it down and see what we can do. But
Gotcha.
we'll have to see. One of the main things I want to do now that we're back is to open up this 11th tome and do some research into that. But of course, having the people around that can help us out.
The the one with the name on it.
Yeah, the Demonomicon with Igwilv and
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So that's the one with that name, weird name.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it's up to you. It'd take a good day or two to prepare. If you wanted to. I mean, actually, it wouldn't take that long. You're sort of prepared to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like we have the circles and everything that we need. But of course, what I would do with the rest of this day, I would take it to review the circles that we have and everything and make sure they're absolutely perfect, and then start getting everybody ready and say, listen, I don't know exactly what is going to happen when I open this book. Someone could appear. We might have a battle in our hands, might have to make a deal with someone. So there is a chance too it could pull us in somewhere.
Actually, everybody. Now you kind of assembled who was around at the time.
Yeah,
We'll say we
specific
Wyden's here, Zhang, Sprite.
I would also have so does Drizzt decide to stay for a day or two, or he takes off right away?
Yeah, he's staying.
Okay.
No, he took off. No, he has to go.
Okay. I'd have Shiana and Harrison around to kind of fill them in as well, but I would tell them that I need at least, if they want to help, they can try, but one of them kind of needs to be away from here and be safe in case something bad happens to us. So I'd probably have Shiana stay behind. I'd probably just have them both stay behind, but tell them that this is what we're planning on doing.
And they can use the cauldron.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I need everyone now to make either plus. That would be it's a tough one, and it's tough wisdom check. It's a +10 wisdom check.
I rolled low, but I still don't think I got it. Wisdom, no. Oh yeah, my wisdom's super low.
Okay, Sprite doesn't make it.
I don't make it.
Okay, at that moment, Jim, when you announce that and you start to make plans, there's a knock at the door again, or you have like a knocker piece on the door, and it goes tung 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 tung.
I'll open it up.
Okay, standing outside the door in front of your welcome mat is what appears to be a Well, it's a small, probably not even a 2 foot tall, kind of greenish blue skinned little cartoonish creature with small horns and a tail, a forked tail. And he's got red eyes, and he's got like basically a loincloth on. He's a pudgy little guy, and he's standing there, and he bows. He blinks at you with those strange red eyes, and he bows.
I would bow as well, and say, "Hello, who might you be?"
I be Zig, and I've been sent by my master for something you have of hers.
Hmm. Who is your master?
And he holds up his hand, and there's this perfect gem in his hand, and it starts to spin, and this image projects up. Now everyone can declare where you were all at the study, and the door knocker went, and there were no alarms gone off or any nothing. Nobody saw it or whatever. Like you guys there's rangers out there patrolling and stuff. It's not easy to get to the front door without being spotted. You actually have somebody who's probably keeping a lookout. And there's birds, like the crow is flying around. There's a cat. There's some other creatures keeping an eye out.
Exactly. So it must have appeared like right outside the front door. All right. So yeah, I might even kind of motion to everyone else, to kind of keep back for a minute, But then, yeah, I'm gonna keep talking with this thing. I guess. Ooh.
My mistress demands a trade.
What does she want, and what is she willing to give?
Okay, you see an image appear, like through this hologram. Suddenly there's some sort of illusion, three-dimensional somewhat, and you see the interior of a strange place. There's strange colored walls made from strange material, and you sense that this is another planar dimension you're looking into, and it's quite alien. You also see the image sort of zooms in. Appears to be in some sort of strange alchemic chemistry magical lab, but there's a cage there, and it's a small cage, and you recognize it.
Like
and inside the small cage is Drusilla.
Nice.
Now, you do see Drusilla's on her side, kind of crying, and you look a bit closer, and it zooms in a bit closer, and she's looking up and trying. It's like she might be able to see through to you, and she's like, "Leto," and you can see that her wings have been cut.
Oh no!
And he goes, "You see what happens. My mistress has a few words for you." And suddenly the image disappears, and you see Igwilv, it must be.
Yes.
And she is dressed in this like totally epic sorceress outfit, massive cleavage, and huge headpiece arcing up and whatnot. She's got a staff of the Magi in her hand, it must be, and it's all a crooked thing with glowing red eyes. And her eyes herself are glowing at the moment right now. "Do not look at me like that, for I did not clip her wings. That was her father's doing."
Oh,
see, her meddling has got her in trouble again. Now, again, listen to my friend, Xavier. Continue. And the image closes, it's gone, and he puts the gem away. "Well, my mistress does not barter. You have the book, he has the girl."
She's afraid I'll read it, isn't she?
Okay, I'll give you a minute here. He's like, "You have 5 minutes." And he starts whistling in this weird, effed up tune.
Okay. Well, is he? Yeah. God damn it, guys! What's going on? This is terrible. No. God damn it.
You've put yourself in places that you shouldn't have put yourself. Now you've got yourself into situations you should not have got yourself into.
I know. I know. What can I do? What can I do? God, Grad's hurt her because of me. Oh God, I'm an evil bastard. Okay. Well, my initial thought: let's kill this demon. Let's open the book.
So what was this the sorceress's name? What is her relation to you, Lito?
Igwilv. You could say she's like a mother-in-law to me. She's Drusilla's mother.
Oh, so she's a demon as well,
Yeah.
or no?
A powerful magic user.
Ah,
She and Gratst are the parents of Drusilla.
And just a warning, she is quite a powerful being. Leto would warn you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if she's taken steps to become immortal, but she's at least incredibly powerful.
Wasn't she a subcabai or whatever?
that's
Oh yeah.
that's Drusilla, is it not?
Drusilla,
Drusilla.
Alu demon, which is the daughter of a succubus and a human, or something. It's like a demon and a human. So it's like a sort of Cambion demon.
Yeah, and Allo Demon are the only ones that kind of have a conscience,
Yeah.
so to speak, because they're human. It's like they're half Vulcan sort of thing.
Yeah.
I should have played more attention with you in the demon stuff, because Zhang does have some basic demon knowledge, but I don't as a player.
Yeah. Well, gang, this is truly terrible. We can't give up this book.
We cannot.
No.
Okay, that's 2 minutes gone by.
Yeah, exactly. So, and Darren, we kind of like stepped inside to talk about this, right? The demon isn't right here with us.
Well, he sort of follows you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna turn to the rest of the group. Say, well,
And it seems to be an imp. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
all right. Yeah. Okay.
You are dealing with things that twist and contort. These are not things to be fickle with.
Indeed.
They get their way one way or the other, and it's not.
So the question is whether to open the book.
Oh no, I'm like that. We were going to, and then this thing showed up. Like it could sense that we were doing it, so then it came to try to grab it before we could do anything with it.
In the name of the mother of Drusilla.
Igwilv?
Is that the way I understand it? I'm just
Yep.
trying to understand this. Okay. And Drusilla is in this cage, and it's going to free
Okay,
Drusilla.
2 minutes left.
Yeah.
It's going to free Drusilla if we give it the book, or
That wasn't what she said. It just seemed like, yeah, she didn't really say that in particular. I'm gonna turn back to the imp, and I'll say, all right,
ask Drusilla what we should do.
we can't talk to her anymore. The way we were able to communicate with her was closed. I'll turn to the imp. If we refuse, are you going to try to attack us here in our home?
And he looks taken back a bit, almost. Me? It's not my job.
Yeah.
Are you nuts? Don't kill the messenger. My God.
Yeah.
Are you civilized?
Exactly. No, of course not. We want you to be able to leave here in peace. You've done us no ill will.
Ooh, and he looks really relieved.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm an emissary. These things
Indeed.
matter.
Well, I'm still curious as to how you got here undetected. That opens up questions. But
There was a trigger, you might say.
I believe
And
I know
it
what
set off a chain of events, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
And that brought me here, you might say.
There's a lot of might saying and not a whole lot of actually saying going on.
Well, you can tell your master that,
It starts to get really cold everywhere.
yeah,
Like there's a cold wind starts to blow in.
I'd like to understand. I don't understand what the transaction is here.
You
If
have 1
we
minute
open
left,
it,
by the way.
yeah.
if we open it, then what? If we don't open it, then what?
The book, basically, if we open it, we can learn a lot from it, but it's this woman's book, and she wants it back, and she's trying to use Drusilla against me because she knows I'm a foolish human. Well, I turn to the imp and I say, I'm sorry, but we refuse.
Are you mad?
Your master may not know something that I have, as well as the book that she seeks.
Are you sure? And you see the wind starting to push on him a bit, and it's fluttering all the pendants, and there's snow. And it's like late spring.
Yeah.
He's
Unfortunately,
like, is that your final choice?
unfortunately, it must be so.
You realize she will kill her.
She can try.
Well played. Well played. We shall see. Now we do things the hard way. And he snaps his fingers, disappears.
Yeah.
Jang
wind's-
looks over at you, just goes, seems like we do a lot of things the hard way.
All right.
And you guys are in the manor. You're
Yes.
sort of in the main hall,
Yep.
deep in the manor, and the place shaking now. There's this thudding, tearing sound on the roof, and it's violent, and it's shaking the foundations of the place.
All right. Now we'll shout out, of course, to everybody to be on high alert, and we'll ask the lookouts, like, what's up on the roof? And I'll start making my way towards the study.
And there's dead silence from up there. Okay, pieces of the ceiling cave in the main hall,
Oh,
or the roof, the part above the roof. Something came through the floors above
Yeah.
and through the roof, and like about around.
Yeah.
And you see these huge claws reaching in, and it gets really freaking cold.
Yeah.
And there's wind and cold flowing in as these huge claws are tearing massive chunks of the hardwood and arches from above.
Yeah.
And through the opening there, you see this massive figure giving out this eerie moaning and raw sound. It's large,
Yeah.
and it's emitting this immense cold.
Yeah. I'm gonna yell to everyone as I pull out my wand. I say, "Spread out! It's a dragon. We can't all get hit by its breath weapon."
"'Tis no dragon." Okay, let's roll for surprise.
All right, Scott.
Now, because you guys heard something crashing and all of a sudden the roof disintegrated and this thing's there, it happened very fast. It moves with this unearthly jerking speed, whatever's doing this.
Yeah.
And this thing screeches out.
do you want me to roll my surprise separately on the 20%, Darren?
1 second. No, four-sided die. And you guys are surprised on our 1 or 2
On a 4-sided die?
and a 6-sided.
Oh, okay. I was like, Scott, you want to roll that?
Sorry.
A 20?
A 6-sided die.
Oh, for surprises. Sorry.
Well, thanks. With the 6, we're not surprised.
I rolled a 6 as well. I had it on the blind.
Yep.
There. I could turn that off for that. But anyway, so neither of you surprised, and you suddenly see this huge creature just crash through, and it's going to land on the floor, like right there, like boom, in the study, or in the main kind of quarters where you guys more or less were.
Yeah.
And you only had enough time to ready your weapons, perhaps ready a spell, so you're not surprised. And I'll need about a couple minutes here.
Okay.
You guys are about to meet Salkasblar.
Who?
That name I sent you.
Oh, Kizkatar.
Damn, it's the wrong one. So I'll get you guys to declare your actions shortly, but I'm about to set up. I don't really have a map set up for this. I'm gonna put us in the tower. You're in the library. Oh, I do have kind of map set up here. Oh, I did do this. Okay, sorry. I'm using the tower. I'm gonna bring you guys in there.
Okay.
These guys aren't supposed to be here. Drat. One moment. So a lot's happening right now, of course. Yeah. I don't know where Brad is. Shoot. So it's pretty simple. You guys are in one of the large library areas. And
Could you give me control of Nefertari, Darren?
oh yeah, you got it. Did that work?
Yes.
Okay. So I had you guys kind of move away from the part he came crashing down into. You follow? Because you're like, look out! You guys backed off, and then this thing comes crashing down, and there it is right there. It's this huge humanoid. Oh, it's upright. It must be a devil or demon. It's got massive pincers on its face. It's got compound eyes. It probably could stand over 10 feet tall. It moves the speed of an elf. And it carries a large, huge spear that steams cold.
Yeah.
And he says, the book. And he's going for the book. The book's over there on the wall. It's over here somewhere, one of these books. And so I'll get us turn order ready. This could be a bit of a serious scrapola. Bodica's not here. Who else is here? Is it just the four of us? Sprite, Lato.
I believe so, because I kind of told Shiana and them to not be with us.
Well, they might show up too or something, but they're not in the immediate area. Yeah. Stay out of the danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, give me one more minute to set this up. Okay, now roll. You have like Demon Devil or Lato, so you mutter out, "'Tis Ice Devil." It's a greater devil.
Zhang would have some idea what that means because she has the basic demonology.
Yeah, so you're like, your eyes go wide, of course. And it's sensing you guys with ESP. Who is the book? There it is.
Zhang fights back against that heartily with her resist ESP.
And Lato, you of course sense this creature's power. It has psionics.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not engaging you. It's not sensing for you. It's probing quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to roll initiative. I have decided what it's going to do. Now, Make an intelligence check here, +5, to see if you have some specifics on some capacities it has.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay, the thing can see invisible creatures. You know, it's a greater creature, planar creature.
Yeah.
It has polymorph ability, probably self, like many of them. It potentially has gate potential, if given time.
Yeah.
Of course, is a greater devil. And this one being a cold devil, of course, has immunities to cold,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it. Then you're like, oh, look out! And the storm intensifies, and you realize last second that this thing has, like many of its kind, has a periodical ability to concentrate immense cold in an area similar to like a ice storm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the storm's getting colder and colder and colder and colder. And now it's getting to the point where it's going to cause damage this round. And he's hitting you guys with an ice storm.
Can we fight against it with the psionics, like when it was trying to hit us and everything?
These aren't psionics.
Oh, okay.
This is actually just its ice devil ability.
Okay. I just kind of meant when it was doing its ESP as well. I want to.
Oh, yeah. Of course, you can put up a
barrier,
and because it's trying to probe secrets and stuff.
Yeah.
Images, and it's looking the book, and then it's, who's hiding the book?
Yeah.
All right, so it's going now. It's going to cast this ice storm. That's its move. You can sense that now. No, and you guys are kind of the area. It might be able to hit most of this area in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so declare Sprite. Oh shit, Sprite is going to. Okay, go ahead. Someone else first. Actually, I need to take a quick look.
I'm going to circle around him.
He probably won't let you around him. He's huge.
Okay.
Unless he's right now, he just landed and he's as effective cold as bombarding you guys. You're about to get, the whole room is basically getting frozen.
I had stated that I was going to pull out my wand, and so I'm going to hit him with that.
Oh, sorry guys, I had a bit of a glitch here.
Yep. I sense Gwyden's tactic, and Zhang's going to go to the other side of him because she's almost on the other side now, and engage him on that side. That way we're at opposite sides of him.
But attacking.
Yes.
And then after I do my wand, I'm going to shout out to it as well. But we can do that when the time comes.
I had to restart roll 20. It glitched out on me.
Okay.
Now it's big and it can reach out, and if you're trying to run around it and stuff, I mean, it can claw you.
Yeah.
And it's still attacking. It's if the magical effect just is happening as it descends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to give you a heads up, it still gets an attack this round. And we just need, so everyone basically attacking it. You're shooting a wand of lightning.
Yeah.
I was getting back to Sprite. Now I got his character open.
Then I'm going to yell at it.
Right. Yell at it.
Yeah, I'm going to say its name and stuff. See if I can glean anything from it.
Well, he's going to hit the mirror image. So there's suddenly 4 sprites going to appear. Hopefully if he can, actually he's not going to be able to concentrate through that ice storm.
Did we roll initiative though?
We're about to. So Gwyden, you were trying to get around the side. Yeah, let's roll initiative. Okay, I got a 4.
I got a 6.
All right, so spells and magical effects first.
Okay. I will roll that right away.
Yeah, so your lightning bolt streaks out, and you guys, everybody has to make a saving throw versus breath weapon.
Breath weapon. Okay.
So 20 hits of damage, Darren.
He doesn't get he gets a saving throw for half, right?
I believe so. I'm just
And
double checking.
And you also know, now I don't think so, I have to double check.
Yeah, saving throw for half.
Yeah, I made mine.
I'm rolling mine right in a moment.
Just taking a quick look to see if I thought he might have some of them have half damage, lightning and stuff.
Yeah, I rolled a 20 for my saving throw.
Oh, wow. So, Leto, you just happen to luck out and avoid, basically, you get barely any of it.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll basically get quarter damage. Anyone else failed or made their saving throw?
Zhang failed.
Okay, that's a pass for Sprite. Gwyden, how'd you do?
19.
Okay, so you made it. So if you failed, you take 36 damage.
Wow.
Ouch, there's a lot of sixes there. Ow. If you made it, you take 18 damage. And you take 9, Leto.
Okay.
And the whole place is just roaring, but you tell intensity's done. Like it hits a crescendo. And then, but it's still, the conditions in here are slippery. You guys are in, basically all have to make a dexterity check if you perform an action or do anything at the moment.
Yeah.
And so the scrap is on now. So the creature sees that it's being jumped from both sides. So he laughs and he points his tail at you, Zhang. And he claws out and he goes with these other attacks at Gwyden. And he's really fast. And his tail just lashes back and forth at Zhang. But you guys attack first, sorry. Gwyden, go ahead. How we doing?
Do we have a roll for initiative, actually?
Yeah, we did. Scott rolled a 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going first. I'm getting my guy up here. Okay.
Now, Leto, you shielded your cat
Yeah.
with that 20. I want the cat to make a saving throw here.
Okay.
And it's +5 saving throw.
I missed him.
Because you were on the fringe of this effect. You're lucky. Okay, so you missed. You get another attack at the end of the round?
Yep.
Gotcha.
It rolled a 13, Darren.
Okay, that's a pass.
Yeah.
So the cat takes 5 points damage.
Okay.
Or 9, pardon me, takes a quarter, same as you. I was going to say half of yours, but
I don't know how many hit points Nefertari has.
12.
Okay. Jeez.
And it's cold as hell in here, and there's mist and everything, but it's slippery floor, and so make a dexterity check if you perform an action. Unfortunately, until something happens for the moment.
Yeah.
You missed. Zhang, go ahead. You're behind there.
Yep. Coming up. I don't get a bonus. He gets penalty to armor class for being behind him, correct?
Yes, you're +1 basically.
14.
That's a miss.
Okay.
One attack.
One attack for now.
Yeah.
One
Sprite.
more short.
Sprite's gonna get in there and help. At least it's a large creature. If Sprite gets a +4 in his AC, and the thing's tail, or no, he takes attack at the creature. Oh, it almost had a 20 there. Drat. That's 17. Oh, I should be rolling the thing. Okay, that 17's a hit, though, actually. He got in there. Now, you realize this thing has phenomenal AC. It's really quick, and your weapons scrape off it even. But Sprite did get a hit. And he does die 8 + 3. and he does draw some sort of strange, misty white blood out of it.
Now,
It
Darren,
it bleeds.
did I notice that? Like, did my lightning bolts do its full damage against it? Could I tell?
Oh, right. I have to make.
20 hits damage.
Oh, I have to make it saving throw. Now you realize you shot a lightning bolt in an enclosed space.
Yep.
So if it makes it saving throw, that lightning bolt's going to ricochet around.
Yep.
Oh, I think it failed its saving throw, but this thing has a lot of hit dice. Actually, that's probably a pass.
Yikes.
Now, is that against spells or no? It's against rod, right? Staff or wand?
It depends. I'm just reading it quick. I'm just looking up the spell itself quickly.
'Cause this thing's tough, guys. Yeah, it's rod, staff, or wand, right? You're using this wand of lightning bolts?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, enough said. It just did. Are you sure? I got to double check this. Oh, that's such small font. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's just weird because it says the lightning bolt spell, but it is a wand, so I imagine it must be a wand then.
Oh, Jim, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. That could have ricocheted around, hit somebody. But
it didn't.
oh, this thing has resistance. I remembered that. I knew I was missing something.
Resistance to magic?
Yes. So it might just go fizzle. Negates it. 95. Oh, plus 6 shouldn't be there. No, it doesn't. If it rolls over its magic resistance, it fails, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm not telling you what it is, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
But it all worked out. It hit it.
Damage.
20 damage?
Yeah.
Well, that really hurt it. You see bits of this misty, fleshy material fly off it, and it screeches. And then it's of course pissed off, and it's a devil, but it's still going strong.
Yeah.
Who's next? Lato's done. Sprite's done. Zhang's done, right? So
Yes.
the creature seems quite cunning and clever, and it basically, it attacks Gwyden in front of him first. And it's this flurry of claws and this vicious beak bite. And I'll show you a picture of this thing shortly. Let me double check. Yeah, its head looks like a cross between a grasshopper and an eagle. It's got compound eyes and a beak with mandibles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got huge muscular torso and the feet of a chicken. And it comes in first with its feet, and then its beak, and then its spear. So it gets 4 attacks on you, Gwyden. And your AC is really good, right?
-4.
Okay. Even though it's -4, this thing attacks it with a +2, it says. 14. It needs a 12 to hit you. 3 hits. The first 2, those are the minor ones. Oh, sorry, I ignored the last
Can
one.
it
So
use a spell
5,
and attack? Can it use a spell and
yes,
attack?
it can. You take 5 points damage. And then it also hit with its last attack, which was the huge spear.
So each round it can do the spell and
Not a spell.
It might have just been able to do its ability and the attack in the first round. It might not have that many abilities like that.
okay.
Natural innate abilities.
It's not a spell. So another 9. So you take 14 points damage as it rakes you with its claws and gives you a jab with this spear and its tail swishing. Now, anyone have attack at the end of the round?
I have a second attack.
Okay, Go for it. This thing is, you've heard it a bit. But it's okay. That will miss. Zhang, do you have one? Sprite has one, by the way.
Yep, working on it now. Ooh, that one should go 21.
That's a
Ooh.
nat 20.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, is that right? Well, I'm just give me a second because he's backstabbing.
Sprite.
Another
Right.
critical.
Yeah, I just got another critical. So there's a chance here. You're attacking with the trident.
No,
Just
I tried. I
Oh, you
attacked
did?
with the with my whip because that's my typical one.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't think the trident would work very well against an ice creature, being water based,
It's not an ice creature.
or an ice demon.
It's no. Well, yeah, ice demon. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, good, nice. Yeah, I could see that. But trust me, that trident is wants to fight.
Okay.
So go
but I-
ahead, roll your percentage first. See if you kill it. 'Cause
Straight
you're
up.
not using your hand to hand though, so you won't stun it or kill it. You're using your weapon. So roll to see what percentage, if you triple or damage or okay, so you do double damage. Go ahead, and this thing doesn't bleed in that sense. That bleed effect won't work on it.
Okay.
Its wounds close immediately,
Okay.
or
So
they just don't bleed. You can pieces come off and stuff. But okay, I'll roll percentage for Sprite's dagger.
where'd it go?
One of these days we're gonna have to get a good one in there. Jeez. Okay. Anyway,
So Zhang did 26 points damage.
really,
And
That's
Sprite
double
did,
damage.
Sprite did 12.
really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, the creature's screaming in agony
Yeah.
as these two crits just it's down. I'm amazed. It's down, and you see that it's desperate, and it's reaching around, and it looks toward the book, and it looks like it's going to try spring over there or something, and it blinks out. It must have gone invisible or something.
Oh, God damn it.
But that's next. Hold on, I'm jumping the gun here.
Yeah.
Let's declare our actions.
All right. I have a question for you, Darren. I don't know if you'll let me do this. So,
those are good hits, guys. Jeez.
a magic missile
Timely.
takes 1 segment to cast, right?
Okay.
Now, could I discharge the ring with the magic missile? It'll shoot real quick. And then by the end of the round, could I get another magic missile ready?
It doesn't really work like that because I'm pretty sure you can only just now. Actually, once you get up at your level, I would say if you make like a dexterity check, +5 or something, to fandangle the verbal components off and stuff, and blah, 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 I would allow that. Yeah.
All right. I want to give that a shot because I know it's got magic resistance, but I figure.
Well, normally it's a hard no, but
Yeah, exactly.
for sure. You're over 10th level, right? So as soon as you hit 10th level, that's kind of a barrier.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So that's Zhang. What are you going to do? How many hit points do you have left? You took a full whammy, didn't you? 13. Oh.
Yep. I'm going to use my meditative thing for 1 round to do my heal.
Okay. And I had to change what he's doing. Pardon me, everybody. But
He disappeared and I can't see him.
No, he didn't disappear.
Oh, he didn't disappear.
No.
Either way, I need to.
I reread what he can do and stuff a minute.
Okay.
I
Give me one.
just had to clarify that. Pardon me. Now, also, what was the bonus on that whip, Zhang?
+2.
Okay, good. Gwyden, your sword's what? What bonus is his blade again?
It's a +1, I believe, and then +4 versus reptiles.
Okay, so his weapon is ineffective against it.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You're just firing a magic missile. Gwyden, I'm assuming he's going to try keep hacking, but it's not working. Sprite has +2 sword, so that works. But his dagger might not have. Oh, wait, he's got a nice dagger, I think.
I'm going in defensive mode if I can't hit him, if my stuff is ineffective.
Okay.
I'm gonna just try and be as hard to hit as possible.
Okay, the creature is standing up and emitting this huge roar and just going to try to emit this fear while it keeps attacking. It's a fear effect. Now, you guys have dealt with fear effect from devils and demons, so you do get a +1 bonus on your resistance roll, just so you know. So you got roll initiative. Everyone's declared, right? Sprite's going to just keep hacking away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I did get a 6.
That'll beat our 3, but the magic missiles are going to go off and fuck up his shouting attack.
Okay, yeah, because it's 1 segment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's all it takes to shout. But, well, no, actually, he won initiative.
Yeah, but magic.
One second. One segment to one segment.
Okay, all right. Let's see if he makes his saving throw.
Well, there is a
Alright.
saving throw for magic missiles.
I know, but I'm going to give him one
Okay.
to see if he can do
Okay,
this.
yeah.
The magic missiles are still going to go. They're on their way.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't matter. Moot point because your magic. Okay, I'll just roll to see actually if his magic resistance nullifies that first, because if these magic missiles hit him, I think he's dead.
Yeah. Because I got to change that because it shouldn't be rolling twice.
Okay, now I rolled over his magic resistance.
So
That
he's
was the
dead.
big roll.
Yeah.
If he would have made that one, that was close. And he gets hit by these magic missiles just as he's about to emit this powerful fear effect that would have hit everybody in the room potentially. And he's blown to pieces. These crits stacked up, the magic, you guys were just on it. And I forgot to make you guys roll dexterity checks for actions.
Doesn't take much to stand there with a ring and go boom.
True, but you're standing on ice. I
Yeah,
beg to
exactly.
differ. Fighting a devil. But anyway, it's water under the bridge. I keep forgetting little things like that, but that's fine. This thing is tough. Ice Devil, yeah, it's got a lot of hit dice and a lot of oomph. But it against the 4 or 5 of you, you prevailed. Splat. Now the place is pretty thrashed.
Yeah.
And a little bit of luck actually played in our favor this time instead of against us.
Yeah, you guys had 3 or 4 crits. That really helped. Yeah, because that thing's tough. It could have just, if it concentrated its attacks last Guiden, it just 11 hit die monsters. They hit -4 with the, he had to get a 12 even hit Guiden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I was going into defensive mode, because if he's going to keep focusing on me, it could be a short trip.
It quickly gets warmer, and Shiana and Harrison show up, and how can this be? Well, look at this, and the place is thawing out, and this creature is just a puddle of sludge. It's evaporating and stinking up the place, and they're opening up shutters and stuff. And the book is intact and unopened, and the name has disappeared from it. It's now just a smooth, kind of weird, strange textured leather with iron bindings and made of some strange alloy.
Yeah. They must have sensed that we were working on the book. And
It was
that
a guardian.
Yeah, that was when Igwell sent for that, sent the imp to come barter with us, and then the devil must have sensed it and come to face off, but we bested it.
Indeed.
Ooh.
And I'll also, of course, thank you guys for being here with me when we're doing that. This is pretty terrible, and I'll turn to Nefertari right away and heal her up.
To purr. Yeah. You're like, sorry about that. Yeah, I have to find a way to protect her somewhat. Some mechanism to do a minor globe. Actually, that spell's like 5th level, I think.
Yeah, I've got.
Well done, you guys. Survived another encounter with a pretty powerful devil. That one now tells you a couple things that she guards. She used a devil as a guardian.
Yeah.
She really is powerful if she's commanding devils to guard her things.
Yeah.
Or binding them and stuff. Yeah, commanding them. Like she wrote the book.
Yeah.
She wrote one of the books on it. That Demonicon is basically a how-to.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why she kind of wants it, of course.
I'm gonna have to go and warm up for a bit. You guys can do what you need to do. I gotta find a fire.
Oh yeah, back to the main hall. Main hall is on now. There's a huge now. The tower's been ripped apart, Lato.
Yeah.
Like where he just tore into the side, and one of the floors has been disintegrated. And there's like damage done to the library. It's a catastrophe.
Yeah.
You've probably lost about 5,000 gold pieces worth of books,
Yeah,
at
exactly.
least, and a lot of precious stuff like just thrashed. And there's
And-
probably about another 20 grand worth of damage to the building.
Yeah, we'll have to get on repairing that right away.
I can go tomorrow when I feel better and make a quick run into
Get some duct tape.
no, I was going to actually go get some craftsmen and from the capital city there and arrange a reconstruction contract.
Yeah, we can. There's also a couple things we can do to keep out like ethereal beings and stuff. I got just over 22,000 gold pieces. So of course I'll commit to building up the library again and helping fix the tower. I'll donate as much as possible.
We just got some back, so Zhang will drop I'll say 5,000 on that to help with the reconstruction and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna have to make sure that's taken care of.
Yeah.
So, but for now, it seems there's no residue, there's no follow up. It was something you sense that they might not even know where this place is. It was just a triggered mechanism.
Yeah.
Like this devil is dead now anyway, or actually they can't die on this plane. This devil still
Yeah.
lives.
It's
Quote
gone
unquote.
back to its home.
Yeah, for 10 years or 100 years, it has to do something.
Yeah.
Regenerate or repopulate an ability to travel again or whatever it has to do.
Yeah, I think it actually gets like in trouble for being killed and stuff. Like it has
Demoted.
yeah. Well, I feel like the worst is over with the book in the meantime. Until we open it, I feel like we are all right. So we'll clean up this immediate area and everything and get it warmed up. And then I want to open the book and I want to research it.
Yeah, it's that time. And also, you're looking at now. You're not wearing that ring, are you?
Yeah, I am. The Ring of Binding, of course. That was why I knew. I called to him and I was like, yeah, that Igwil doesn't know, or she might not know, that, as long as I have this, that she can't be entirely like controlled or even killed. I'm not exactly sure how it is with the ring.
Interesting. All right, so things are clicking together, though. I'll just let you guys know you guys are on the right track. You're just now, let's say, a day's gone by while you guys get your stuff together and recuperate and sort out things and get the book ready. And it's going to take a full now. If you want to prepare properly by actually activating a protective circle, casting the spells and stuff, that'll take a half day or day as well.
Oh,
and then it's just a matter of opening it up and starting to read it carefully,
exactly.
very carefully. And reading it could take anywhere, depending, you're not sure, but the last ones took about a week each, right?
Yeah.
So the timing could be pretty tight. If you get going on it, you could probably read the book, not master it by any measure, but just get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Find out which spells are in it and stuff.
Yeah.
What it holds, because it's all here in that module, what it does and has.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the plan
Yes.
for the next session, or not next session. I can still play for a while, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I can play for a little bit
Okay, cool.
at the beginning of the book.
Now Carly's been here patiently, kind of just listening. I appreciate that, Carly.
It's all right. I'm entertained.
She's been catching up. Yeah, you're actually at a culmination of a lot of stuff. I might even have a beer a minute. All right, give me a couple minutes to get my head sorted or wrapped around this again. Exactly. I'll look up the book for you. It's actually in that module you have too, but I'm not. There's stuff in there you might not know.
Yeah, because if you want, Darren, I can just look stuff up in it, but I know that, of course, this book may have spells that I have to roll for and all sorts of things.
Yeah, to see if you know them. That's the kicker, right?
Yeah.
Which is too bad if you miss some of these. But these ones, unlike that, they will stay in the book. You just won't be able to try it again until next level.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And since it's a dangerous book, it does have potential to get in a bit of trouble.
Oh, for sure.
And where the heck is it? Yeah, this thing, it says it has 2 guardians. And the first one, well, we kind of was the spectator creature.
Mm-hmm.
My cat is being very needy right now. Wrecking stuff. So I'll have to see now, what's everybody else want to do during this time?
Yeah, because if you want to do a session focusing on some of the other characters, that's perfectly fine. I can. I gotta leave in like an hour-ish or something. So if it's gonna be more than that, we could always just save the book for another session.
Yeah, and I can. It's actually this information I can send you an actual. It's got some powerful spells in it.
Yeah.
And it's got you know what, Jim? You calling her not giving into that had a big consequence, because this book. Oh wow. Well, you're gonna have to read it because I'll tell you right now, though, this book has the details of that prison, that cage. I just remembered that. She's the one who built those cages.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, so that's cool.
So once you read the book, technically, time might be against you, though, because she said she was going to kill her, but...
That was another thing I had. I mean, I guess I can figure out as soon as I start reading the book, but if I could call Drusilla here with the Ring of Binding, I wonder if it would penetrate that cage.
Yeah, there's some spells in that book, all right.
Yeah.
And there's clerical spells.
Yeah.
But you can't cast them, of course, but you could work with Boudica if she ever is recovered. In the words of the prison of Zagic.
Yeah.
Now, she must know the personal name of Drusilla.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you know the name, you can use the prison?
No,
Is
there's
that the
more
idea?
to it. Bit more to it than that. It's a big part of it. Yeah, if you want to imprison a specific person, you have to know their name. Or there's a few other things, but that's roughly it. So yeah, you guys can. What time is it actually? Well, 3 o'clock. Well, the next session or the next part's going to take a while because I could say, unless anybody else has stuff they want to do, we have basically 8 days left, not even. You did secure the book. I'm going to give out XP, of course, and stuff. And
does this suggest that will be attacked again shortly?
Not that I know of.
It says each copy has 2 guardians.
No, you already fought the other one as well long ago. I don't think you were. I'm not sure if you were there. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I didn't realize that's what it was.
So for now, it's your book.
Yay.
Yeah, and apparently she can't find it now because it had triggered some homing device that was on the cover.
Yeah, exactly.
And it had combined, it summoned the devil at the same time, set off this beacon that brought the imp. The imp just appeared there. Oh, hey, what's this? Isn't this banner? He's looking up at it. Knocks on the door. Do you have the book? I need it.
There's a couple things, of course, we can try to do as well when rebuilding the keep to try to keep us safe from outside forces. Like there's the blood or whatever that we can put on certain walls to make the ethereal creatures not able to enter or leave. same with we might be able to do something to help against the mind penetration as well.
Right.
In case, people are trying to use cauldrons or crystal balls to look in here.
Well, let's plan a bit more, and I'll be back in a few minutes. And at the moment, like I said, it appears everything's safe. The manor's safe. You're on high alert. You got your underlings out, keeping guard, and Shiana looks in them, and she can look at the area around, just like in that cauldron. She's getting really good at panning in and out and looking around and seeing areas live. You're actually watching riders and stuff and herds of deer. It's actually a tremendous tool. I mean, she goes up and she looks at Hommlet and she's looking, it's all calm right now and nothing there. And she could actually look for the kids maybe, but if that's a potential, she says she'll try doing that. That's what she'll spend the next few days. She'll try every once in a while finding them. But she spends a lot of time just keeping patrol, looking for infiltrators and stuff and trouble. And she's found bandits and stuff and trouble, and she's sent out the local rangers and stuff and militia. But I'll be right back.
Well, that was rather enlightening.
Yeah.
The forces we are facing are definitely more powerful now.
Oh, yeah.
So, unfortunately, I haven't made the last couple of sessions with the low-level characters. I don't know if my Yeltrek's been able to do much there or not lately.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been there for a long, long time.
Yeah. I missed the last session of the Eye of the Serpent, so I don't know exactly what happened there, but... I think that was one of the nights I couldn't make, but it's okay. I have to see what they're doing at another time. Right now, Zhang's got a full plate of schedule for the next little while. I'm going to have to look up a couple of heal potions, because if we've got a couple of fights back-to-back down there, I know my one fight's going to be pretty brutal. I'm going to have to have some healing potions to take care of things afterwards, if we're going to do something immediately thereafter, too.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't have Boudica around to heal us after a battle now.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is rather concerning, seeing as we have got several fighters and magic users, but we don't have much for healing.
No, it's going to be tough for sure.
Yeah.
High level party?
Pardon?
Are you talking for your high level?
Yeah, we don't know what happened, or we've lost our ranger cleric. So we don't know what's going on with that. The low level party, I'm playing Yeltrek, a half elf cleric mage. So that one has I think that one has 2 clerics in it, which would be helpful.
You can never have enough clerics.
Yeah, no, you really can't. They're good second line fighters, and healing everybody's a good thing.
Okay, well, that was a good scrap, guys.
As Scott said, it's better to be lucky than good some days.
Well, and you guys are a tough party too. I mean, I think you would have got him either way.
Yeah.
But not before he might have scared a couple of you off with a fear spell and then jumped on somebody and ripped them to pieces. If things went south, it's all of a sudden, creature like this could all of a sudden create havoc.
We've had a couple of those fights. It didn't end well.
Okay. What else? What I was going to mention? Yeah, I was going to roll a few times, see if she could spot the kids or what's going on.
Possibly give us a little more of a pinpoint idea on where they're at.
Now, is there any? Yeah, exactly. And you guys can. But she does find something interesting on the second day trying. She found a bunch of corpses.
Ew. Did you get any more detailed?
There'd been some battle, and she zoomed in a bit, and it seemed like some sort of dragon or something had killed a whole bunch of like ogres and orcs.
Oh wow.
That would have been a little bit of a one-sided fight.
Yeah, there's like she's looking, and it's pretty hard to zoom too close in, and a bit jittery, but she can make out. Yeah, look at, and you guys can come and look at it when she's doing this. Like she's like, look, and she found a bunch of these bodies, but then after a few days later, she doesn't. You're reading the books, Jim. You're finding these spells.
Yeah. So do you want me to just roll a bunch of times for these?
Yes, and the book also contains a list of unofficial names. So it has all the hierarchy of the demons and the devils, which you kind of already have.
Yeah.
But it also has some names that are quote unquote have been drawn in by her.
Mm.
And there are various demons and devils apparently. Like you don't recognize any particular, like you were looking for something maybe obvious or it's a demon lord or something, but apparently she's connected to a lot of demons and devils, and probably uses them and communicates with them and commands them and traps them and banishes them and so on.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And these ones you could really summon and stuff, as you sense. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. If you give me those names or like what kind of demons they are or something, I'll look into it. So I'm just gonna roll. I already have one of the spells that you have there.
Right.
So I'll roll 5 times for the rest of them.
Roger.
I'm just gonna start from the bottom going down. I'm just gonna roll 5 at the same time. So the only one I don't get is the 4th. 1, 2, 3. Ensnarement is the one I don't get this level.
Right. So you can transfer those like into your spell book. And the book's powerful. The spells don't disappear. But you realize the dark path, like these spells are kind of technically meant for like psychopaths or evil type that want to deal with demons and banish them and summon them. But it's also got some powers here you may just need, because now you realize you have a decision to make too, to rescue Drusilla now as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you do have the code words for the cage. That's why she wanted the book back so badly as well.
Yeah.
Now you should put your brain going.
So does that mean that I can just should I be able then to find Drusilla, and with the clairvoyance thing I should be able to speak the word or whatever, maybe open up the cage?
No, you're not. You're not quite there yet.
No, but she can't do much if she doesn't have the if she doesn't remember the command words, and she needed this for the command words for the cage.
Yeah.
No, she
maybe
knows
she
them.
can't.
Yeah. What I might have to do is I wonder what would happen if I summoned Drusilla with the ring right now. Sorry, I'm just looking at these spells. You
actually might be able to find that in there if this this is where this is what she used to create them cages.
Yeah.
You might be able to tell if there's a way to bypass it, or if this will just fail or possibly kill the occupant.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry I was away for a sec.
That's okay.
Oh, good.
Not doing a whole lot, just discussing a few things.
Sometimes that's part of the game.
Yep. All right.
I think Carly's asleep, though.
No.
Her chair
No,
looks more comfortable
I'm
than mine.
truly entertained, honestly.
Her chair looks more comfortable than mine.
Yeah, and I'll be
It's because
spending
I'm
a
in my
bit of
bed.
time with. Yeah, I'll be spending a bit of time typing with Carly here in a bit. But I'm just trying to think if there's nothing else you guys do. The next session we're going to start with you guys basically going in there and trying to head them off at the city. Now, there's also an option to go a little bit early and look into a couple other things in the city.
I'd like to pick up a few healing potions, as I used almost everything I had down in White Plume Mountain.
We need to have a couple of extra healing potions each if we can find them.
Yeah.
I remember that person you met at Port Tolly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's her name?
I mean,
We'll come
I'd
back
like
to her.
to do a little potion crafting, seeing as I've got some of that. We just don't have time right here between fixing the place up and covering this, and the days are gone.
So, Darren, is it possible to? Is it reasonable to assume that in a big city like Port Tully, with lots of, diversity and such, that you could find extra healing potions there, like at a price in the Dungeon Master's Guide that says they're valued at?
Well, it depends. Yeah, on a couple rolls and
Okay.
contacts.
Most of my week
bit of
is
luck.
getting spent with the
You have a good contact, Port Tolly. There's that. What's her name?
the
The gnome.
I would you guys could also go there before me if you want to go buy some things, just because I'm going to be spending some time with this book for sure. I think that's what most of my week is devoted to.
Yeah, you can go through the portal anytime. It does stay locked open for like about 5 rounds, and then it stays closed after. You can't open it for another. It's usually like about an hour or so. Seems.
Do we know any place we could stay there? Is the tavern just a tavern, or is there an inn to?
No, it's
Rent
kind of an
room.
inn too. It's got quarters upstairs and stuff. And it's last you left it about a couple months ago. Bertha was kind of in charge. There was this guy named Vama, who was apparently a partner in the tavern.
Same with Bjorn.
Yeah.
Did we feel that it was possible to use the temple that was in the bottom of the inn as sort of a staging area?
I believe Boudica cleansed it.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah, that should probably be the home base if
You haven't been there for a while though. You guys haven't been there for a couple months.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been on the road a lot.
I wonder if we could find someone to be like a caretaker of the place and just let us know comings and goings if there's any issues.
Well, Bertha's kind of our contact for that a bit. I know she likes me.
Oh, of course she does.
She likes you anytime you're within arm's reach, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I'm learning so much about Bertha right now.
I'm not sure whether that's just
not as
Bertha or
much as
that
Leto
could be
now.
Leto.
All right, so everyone else is going to just be keeping careful guard for that time being, learning the book, setting up. Now it's up to you if you want to go a bit earlier. That's up to you. Then we'll start with a smaller group. Leto's going to be too busy studying the book. If that's what he does, that's what he does.
Yeah. How much
Yeah.
experience are we going to get from the Ice Devil thing, Darren?
Yeah, and just hold on as well. Now, time's a bit of a factor, Jim. Well, I guess, yeah, if you study the book, yeah, it'll take a week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Sorry, yeah, XP. Well, for you get the big XP for claiming the book. It's sort of free of curses and guardians.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I'd say you guys get about 420,000 XP. And that includes the defeating the devil.
You mean
How
there are
much?
420, you said?
420,000?
Divided by.
4 of us?
I was just trying to see, remember how many were in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 4 of us.
Ooh.
105,000 each.
Sprite's there.
Yeah, 4 of us.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I'm gonna need
Wow.
another.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to check up on Jang here. I might be pushing my luck on the next level now.
So
'Cause
what
I'm
is
way
that?
behind you guys.
Is that
5,000.
5,000 each?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a
Let's kill
shot.
some more devils.
It was more about the book. And actually, there were other things involved too. You guys actually made the right choice, and it was a harsh one.
I'm curious if he had used. How would you have looked at the ice demon with the water-based attack, or the water? In your mind, would that have been any significant?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Just something to think about next time. Wasn't a bad
Yeah.
idea. If you could do the same amount of damage either way, and avoid wasting a round on damage.
Yeah, that was. You guys did really well there.
Well, guys, I'm getting close.
Yep. The other thing, the trident attacks is a +3, and the chain whip with the dragon teeth is only a +2. So I took a gamble on how much magic I needed to hit it.
I only need like another 75,000, and then I'm a 12th level.
I hit 10.
Nice.
I'm closing in on 9th. I gotta find that master monk here right shortly. Think we'll go a couple of days early to Port Tolly, 2 or 3 of us, pick up some healing potions, and then
I think we need to look for Darren. Do we need to send you a list, maybe in the Facebook chat, of the potions or whatever we're going to look for? Because I think we also need to have a fire resistance, frost resistance, so a couple of things like that, sort of buffs that might help us if Leto runs out of spells.
Yeah, we could also we could see what Nestor thinks. I know he's not super active in the Facebook group, but he's the alchemist. We could get him working on a couple things, and then send you guys to Port Tolly with a shot, basically.
Yeah, and then I'll just make a roll to see when you go see her and
What she has, yeah.
What she has, and somebody will take some time. You have to spend a morning or an afternoon going there. We're going to be a bit more. We're going to be a bit involved with Port Tolly. Things are going to happen, and of course, you estimate that the kids are going there, and there apparently appears to be 3 of them. One that's able to disappear and phase in and out of reality, and cover great distances in that meantime. And that's why Drizzt gave up. He came back. He was like, I can't keep up. I lost him after 3 days.
Yeah, they'd have been pretty high up in the mountains. They'd have been transporting long
Yeah, and he
distances.
says he seems they just keep the same distance. I slowed down. I tried to climb the mountains, and they would just seem to scamper through or over them, and like there doesn't slow them down. Wore me out. But he's gone back to the Grand Duchy of Geoff, and he works alone, so he's gone, and he's, who knows where he is. Well, I know where he is, but you guys do too, sort of. Now days go by, and what day do you guys want to go, or do you guys want to wait till the end and then go as a bigger group, or you guys could go anytime to Port Tully, really. You could go there today if you want.
I'm assembling like a shopping list for these guys.
I was thinking about 2 days early, give us some time to hit the shops and stuff, and then have the rest of them join us when we figure we can intercept them like a day outside of the city. That way we got some time to do the shopping first.
I don't know what the best way you guys want to do this is, but I did a post saying let's work out a standard basket of potions we search for before starting an adventure. If you guys want to put your ideas out there, idea of being, I'm guessing, I'm throwing this number out there, 10 to 15 potions that we spend money on. Maybe they have them, maybe they don't, but then.
Yeah, and I also play that very organically. I don't, if the opportunities come up to buy them, I'll present them, and I'll be fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like at the beginning of every adventure, it's like, okay, let's spend the money and get this off the list. It's if you're in the right spot to do that, so be it. Now, often you will be. If you're back at Hommlet, right? You can go through that portal and go to that store, anytime. But some adventures, as you noticed, were caught up in places. But good call though. Keep to get a sort of reserve of items.
The other thing we were working on was putting a little bit of a lab in the area, and Zhang has potion lore, so she can work up some, but she's got to get the right herbs, she's got to get the right materials, and a little bit of a place to work with it, which I don't have yet, but we're working on putting that together too. I talked to Jim about that.
Okay, and we'll have to see how all this stuff goes too, because I'm have to do some research. If it becomes OP, there's an issue as well.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. It's fairly expensive and time consuming. You got to remember that, and that's why D&D is so important. Timelines are so important, because else you could just get a freaking room full of potions.
Yeah,
sit there and pump them out. have a.
Well, that's the thing we haven't had lately.
Assembly line going. Yeah. So anyway, bear that in mind, and it's expensive and time consuming. And you guys will be in the field a lot, and you can only carry so many potions with you in the field. And soon we're going to be some of you going on a big journey.
Mm-hmm.
And once this gets kind of wrapped up a bit, you guys are pretty well at the right level now that we're going to be hitting the go button. And I'm going to play a little bit with Carly's character, and she's going to get a bit of XP for an action coming up. Now, you guys...
Give me a level 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have to get...
Do we have to rescue her first?
Yeah, at some point. You're going to... Well, yeah, you're trying to find them. They ran away, apparently. Or maybe were kidnapped.
Not entirely sure.
Hard to tell. It seemed they were all running together when they were there, and they found spots where the two of them rested, or three of them, pardon me, rested and slept and stuff. So they still had to eat and sleep. But then when she's been looking with the, she didn't find them with the cauldron, by the way, when she looked. She'd look for Drizzt once in a while too, but he's impossible to find. He's so slippery and camouflaged. I was almost going to have one of you guys go with Drizzt, but... So anything else we're gonna do? So you guys are going now. You can go with them, Leto. Like, you're not going 24/7. I mean, if you guys are leaving for 3 or 4 hours, or not even, you could bug out and go with them. If you guys want to leave a couple days early and just get some potions and stuff and check the place out, talk to Bertha, maybe see if Valma shows up. Valma hasn't. He's disappeared a while back. You guys haven't met him.
And especially tell Bertha that if he shows up, that we want to talk to him and stuff as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I just sent a list for things that I'm going to be looking for in particular when we go down there.
Nice. Now,
Well,
Jim,
maybe-
also... Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Scott.
No, I was just going to say maybe, and I not to suggest, Darren may just want to think about how to do this, but one of my thoughts was maybe any given time that we have one of these shopping sessions, maybe there's 5 to 8 potions we find, and then maybe half of them can be something on the list, and he randomly rolls what it is, and the other half are somehow, more, like he said, more organic. And then we just, maybe we find them useful, maybe they're not, but find some way to, add a couple of those things on the list, hopefully. And then if he wants to throw some other goodies in there just to see what we do, how we can use them.
Yeah, one of the ideas I was thinking was if, like, especially once Jang gets a little more used to it, and same with Sprite, if we find a potion that's similar to something we want, if they can maybe, take it and change it into whatever it is we're trying to do. Like the potion is a protection from whatever fire, but we want it against water. They might be able to take certain ingredients, kind of change it up, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. They add a little something and it goes completely
Yeah.
catalyst for something.
Catalyst and change its effect.
Yeah. And yeah, I was actually thinking of like in the DM guide how it tells about the protection scrolls. I was thinking about writing my own recipe for it, coming up with one for devils and demons and stuff.
Do a
So
little
I
research.
got only one
and-
ear going at the moment, but I'm catching a lot of this stuff. These are great ideas, guys. I say we set up a lab, and you guys can actually write text into the map, I think, where you can say this is the section where we're going to set up the potion lab, and then we can actually keep a list there of potions we make.
That'd be cool.
That's a
Keep
good
what we-
idea.
keep
And then
what we
I'm
have
gonna
formula for.
Yeah, we'll have to limit how many potions you can carry before you're encumbered, and then and I'll be also keeping in mind more strictly about stuff getting wrecked. Like, for instance, that ice storm. If you failed your saving throw, there's a lot of items you would have that could get wrecked.
Yeah.
A lot of potions can't be frozen and stuff and shatter. But I don't want to get too picky about that. But just when it's something critical, let's say, like I do that with armor and things like that, and helmets. Ask Gwyden. Gwyden's gone through a couple.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
So you guys go 2 days ahead of. So you go on the 6th day. Now, Jim, roll a +10 intelligence check to see if you can kind of summarize the spell or this book by then. Like, do it quicker.
Okay. +10. I just clipped it. I just got over.
All right. So if you guys want to wait another half day, he'll be done his studies and come along, or you can postpone for now, Jim. I guess.
Yeah, if you
It-
guys want to go, then it's fine. Or
If you're that close to being done, we'll push off a few hours and let you finish.
okay, perfect. And then yeah,
Like, when we check in with you and you think you're a dozen pages or something from the end, it's like finish her up there. Just get her done.
okay.
Right.
Yeah, and if I'm going to Port Tully too, I'm going to be looking for any other items that you might randomly find that's useful to a fighter, either swords or helmets or shields, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, and magic. Yeah, you got it. Kind of buff you out some more. We're getting in that zone, right, where every little bit will help.
Oh, one thing I know I was looking for at one point was any sort of corrosion treatment that could be used on my armor, even if it's just a one source or one time kind of.
That armor doesn't need it. That's incredible armor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's why I was just wondering.
That stuff is well, like even like black dragon acid would. That's about might make a saving throw. You know, it takes extreme things for that thing to make a saving throw.
That's kind of what I was thinking, like green slime or
yeah, something hardcore. Yeah, something tough.
Yeah. Maybe it's not available.
Spells or lightning bolt, even like a powerful mage, but lightning bolt might be able stuff like that, but not your average. It could stand up to any sort of corrosion or yeah. Let's hold on a second here. I'll type in. So you guys are waiting 6.5 days or so. So you're going to go to Port Tolly. It'll be about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. You predict they're about an hour. Actually, they're pretty close time zone. Really close. Last time you were there, like I said, was probably about 8 or 9 weeks ago, and everything was set in order. Boudica had spent at least a week. She'd spent 2 or 3 weeks cleansing the place, and that's when you think the orphan found out about the portal,
slipped through,
or the stowaway, and slipped into the attic when Boudica was going back and forth, and she'd been hiding up in the attic for like a week, stealing stuff, food and things, and sneaking around the place, or even longer. And then finally she'd been found when this acolyte came through. But anyway, something like that. Okay, I'll set up the next session. We'll be starting with you guys going through the portal, activating it. Until then, you're leaving it alone. You're just, as is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah. So.
And the other portal to the atoll is still there. Of course, you can go relax for a while, but it has its dangers. But it's a nice place.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not sure still where it is yet, are you? Right?
I don't think we actually figured that out yet.
No. Yeah, Carly, they've got this attic which has at least 2 portals in it.
Well, there's 3 that we know of.
3. 2 of them go to the same place. This tropical island in the middle, they don't know where it is yet. And they got into all sorts of shenanigans there. The other portal goes to Port Tolly. And that's this huge city of like 500,000 people. Massive. Sort of an wicked city. Yeah. Wicked city of lights. So, well, thanks everybody. I'm not sure when we can play again.
Sometime next year.
Sometime next year. There you go. Nicely put. Yeah, it looks like it. I don't know how available you guys are. I might put out some feelers for. Well,
I'm pretty available.
Yeah, I'm on holidays myself as well. That's what I mean. I can play. Yeah, now Carly, you and Heather. I'm not sure where Heather. I thought she said she could play, and then
she was really sick.
Yeah, it must be. Jeez.
Yeah, she sounded kind of down.
Last message I saw there, her husband told her to go rest. So.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go.
I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but usually the timing you set up is the evening for me over here anyway.
On Friday, I have to take my cat to the vet at 2.
I'm playing a show on Friday, actually, in the evening.
I see.
But
Saturday or Sunday?
Should work fine for me.
What are the dates of those? So that would be like the
5th and 6th.
Yeah, and, I'm going to be in Houston on the 7th, but the rest of the time works.
New Year's Day, I was going to play if anyone wanted to play.
New Year's works for me.
New Year's Day, yeah, the next day.
Unfortunately,
I'll be
Definitely.
driving back to Nelson.
Oh, on New Year's Day?
Mhm.
Burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to mention, Darren, I think we're going to try to play tomorrow face-to-face at around 3.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw that message.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll hope to be there.
Yeah.
New Year's Day, my wife
Well-
has a family get together, so I'll be out of town.
Okay, we'll see what's going on. I got a couple little side shows going on and stuff. So
Yeah, and then
Yep.
we could even do some of the purchasing stuff in the post because, like I said, I sent a big list of those are the things I'm looking for. So if you
yeah, I
just want
saw
to do
that.
the roll for to see if she has any of those or like what she has, then we can go from
Mhm.
there.
Or if there's any ingredients she is missing towards making some of those, then maybe that's a one shot or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
things that we can help her with.
Now, bear in mind, Leto, you didn't do anything with the ring or summon Drusilla that time, right?
Not. I guess it depends. Yeah.
Because remember about that. There's a time ticker on that.
Sorry, that was why I was mainly reading the book so quickly was to see if I could figure out anything about the cage itself and if I could even summon her or if something bad would happen when I did it.
Well, it gave you an insight into the fact that you have the power. You can unlock it. You sense you can unlock it. You know the passwords. You know how it works. You might be even with time potentially could build one.
Yeah. That'd be super cool.
The book's pretty in depth with some
Mhm.
stuff, some schematics and charts, and
In
it
that
goes into
book-
all sorts of weird energy realms and explains about chaos energy and interdimensions and all these new worlds you hadn't known about before.
Yeah, exactly. No, I definitely, if I found out that I could unlock it and stuff, I would try to free her for sure, or at least bring her here so
Yeah.
I could talk to her a bit.
With this book, you have some somewhat tentative charts of the outer planes.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
And so you're not just lost zipping around, looking around. You can actually look for certain colors and some, find your way to that area.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It also talks about sigil,
Yeah, exactly. Probably where to find it and everything.
how it's the universal city, the
Yeah.
truly universal city. It's everybody and everything, but it's got strict rules.
Yeah.
Well, when they're enforced or whatever, but
Okay, well, yeah, that's one thing I want to do then is unlock the cage, get Drusilla basically as soon as I can, as soon as I figure out about those charts and everything, just to talk to her even.
well, you kind of came up with an idea that I'm going to kind of mention again, where you mentioned about if you could somehow combine one of those spells or there's a powerful, that summoning spell is powerful. That's a summon spell right there, right? So if you could summon her and somehow simultaneously invoke the passwords to open the cage, because you sense it won't work right now if you just try to summon her.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd have to almost summon her in the state, and perhaps that would just kind of briefly show her and then do the passwords and everything.
Yeah, I might be able to fandangle that.
Yeah.
Want to give it a try?
Sure, we could do it. I'm just checking the time right now.
Could do it a bit by post as well later.
3:42.
Yeah.
I'm going to be, me and Carly have a bit of adventuring to do.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you guys want to do that, I can go and then I'll let you know when I'm back later on. And then if you're still around, we can hop on Hangouts or just do the by post thing.
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll talk to, I'll play for sure. Are you guys getting food beforehand or anything? Or
I'm not, or we probably will because it's later in the day we're going to do it.
are they having is there a New Year's party there later too?
I believe so. I'm not sure. Andy hasn't really said 100% yes or no.
yeah.
So,
Well, we'll be there playing, I guess, if it starts or not.
Yeah.
All right, on.
And
Well,
then
that's cool.
I know there's a bit of time because he's visiting his brother in Kamloops in the morning. That's why we got to do it later. But I know that there is a chance I'll have to zip back to Vernon for a band practice, but then I'll be out partying for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was either that or I was going to go to my brother's place probably.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, all right, guys. Zhang, yeah, trust me, it's been on my mind. I have some stuff lined up you may just regret that.
Yeah. Okay.
And Gwyden, near 10th level now? I think he is. He said he was, right?
Yeah, I think that pushed him over.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
And then, yeah, geez.
I'm really close to 12th level as well.
Yeah, I was pretty generous this session because there was kind of a couple big things got done.
Yeah.
And you guys made,
And I'll be able to cast 6th level spells.
Oh, my caramba.
Nice.
That's a real another level, eh? That's where they open up quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the next tier.
Interesting. Yeah, having a powerful mage is very handy. You guys probably noticed.
Yeah.
Keep him active.
Yep. Keep him out of the Kelpie's grasp.
Yes.
Nasty.
Oh. That thing in your pants has got you in more trouble than you're almost worth.
That's true.
I don't know about that.
Never. I'll stop the broadcast, actually. Yeah.